You play the drunk playboy role quite well, stumbling around and smiling, but your eyes are scanning the exits and security detail like a man expecting a bomb to go off. It takes a certain type of professional to recognize another, though I prefer my cover to be a bit less loud.
Being loud distracts people from what my hands are doing under the table. You walk into a room and announce your real name to the bartender, Mr. Bond. It seems counterproductive for a secret agent to be the most famous face in the casino. Even Tony Stark knows how to manage the press better than MI6 seems to handle your anonymity.
Stark likes the attention. I simply enjoy proper manners and the intimidation that comes with a name. Working for the Crown affords me a certain legitimacy you lack. A license to kill is a legal document, whereas your nightly activities technically make you a violent criminal in a fancy suit, regardless of your intentions.
Bond, governments change, orders change, and politicians are bought. Soldiers like Captain America found out the hard way that following orders blindly leads to disaster. I answer to my own moral code, which ensures I never become the very thing I fight against, no matter what the law says.
Codes are noble until you have a gun in your face or a timer counting down.
My license
is about cruelty, it is about efficiency. You leave your enemies broken in alleys to heal and escape, creating a revolving door at that asylum of yours. A bullet solves the problem permanently and saves future victims.
Executing people turns you into a murderer, no matter what government paper you signed. Frank Castle thinks like you, believing the only solution is death, and he is a monster. If I cross that line, there is no going back. Fear of pain and capture is a better deterrent than a quick death that teaches them nothing.
Fear wears off eventually, Wayne. Let us discuss tools. Your car is a tank that destroys bridges and rooftops. My Aston Martin has style, finesse, and just enough firepower to escape a tight spot. Why do you feel the need to drive a battering ram through your own city streets?
Subtlety doesn't stop a rocket launcher, and I face heavy artillery nightly. My car is built for war because Gotham is a war zone, not a smooth road in the Swiss Alps. You treat your equipment like toys from Q Branch, often wrecking them for fun. I treat mine like necessary survival gear.
Equipment is meant to be used, not polished in a garage. Speaking of using things, you seem very detached from the women in your life. Using models as alibis is a bit cold, isn't it? I may have a reputation, but I genuinely appreciate the company and intelligence of a strong woman when the mission allows.
Attachments are dangerous in our line of work, as they provide leverage to our enemies. Getting close to someone puts a target on their back. You should know that better than anyone, given your tragic history with Vesperlind. I keep people at a distance to keep them alive, not because I don't care about them.
Vesper was a tragedy, yes, but hiding in a cave doesn't protect you from pain. You don't drink, do you? A dry martini takes the edge off the memories and keeps the nerves steady. Living a life of total sobriety while fighting murderous clowns seems like a recipe for a complete mental breakdown.
Alcohol dulls the senses, and I need my mind sharp every single second. One slip in focus and innocent people die. You drink to forget the things you've done for your country. I use the memories as fuel. My pain focuses me, whereas your drink just buries the guilt for a few hours.
Guilt is a useless emotion in the field. Let's talk about your enemies. You fight lunatics in colorful costumes who rob banks. I fight megalomaniacs who want to own the world or destroy it. There is a difference in scale. Stopping a nuclear war is slightly more pressing than stopping a jewelry heist.
Organized chaos is harder to fight than a single man with a laser beam. Your villains explain their plans over dinner, giving you time to escape. My enemies, like the Joker, have no plan other than anarchy. Trying to solve a puzzle that has no logic requires more than just a Walther PPK and a smile.
But your scope is so limited. You obsess over one dark, wet city on the East Coast. The world is vast, Wayne. There are threats in Istanbul, Jamaica, Shanghai. You are a big fish in a very small, dirty pond. Why not expand your horizons and help the rest of the planet?
Saving the world starts with saving your home. If I can't protect Gotham, I have no business trying to fix the rest of the planet. Global organizations like Syeld are too big. They miss the corruption rotting the foundation. I clean the streets I walk on, ensuring the root of the problem is cut.
Cleaning streets requires getting your hands dirty, yet you wear that heavy theatrical armor. A tuxedo allows for movement, blending in, and social engineering. You dress like a bat to scare thugs. I dress like a gentleman to disarm them psychologically before I strike. It is a more refined approach.
Armor keeps your ribs intact when a Bane-like figure punches you through a wall. A tuxedo offers zero protection against a knife in the dark. You rely on luck and charm to not get shot. Rather stupid.
You seem to hate the idea of taking orders. Working within a hierarchy like MA6 provides intelligence networks you can't replicate alone. Being a lone wolf is romantic, but ultimately inefficient when the sky falls. You need the support of a nation to truly succeed.
Intelligence networks leak Bond. M might trust you, but does her boss, or his boss? I trust Alfred and Lucius because I pay them and I know their souls. Relying on a government agency is risky. Look at how easily Hydra infiltrated everything in those American movies. I trust only what I can build.
Hydra is fiction, but the point is taken. However, do you have an exit strategy? I serve until I am too old or dead, but I try to enjoy the time between. You seem determined to fight until your body gives out. Is there no life after the cowl for you?
The mission ends when the city is safe, which is likely never. Retirement isn't an option when evil doesn't sleep. You treat your job like a career you can eventually retire from with a pension. I envy that.
Life sentences are for prisoners, my friend. I enjoy the finer things, the hotels, the cars, the thrill of the chase. If you don't find some pleasure in the adrenaline, you are just a masochist. You have billions of dollars. Try enjoying them occasionally instead of brooding on gargoyles.
Pleasure is a distraction. I find satisfaction in results. Every night I go out, I save a life that would have been lost. That is worth more than all the casinos in Monte Carlo. You play the game, Bond. I am trying to change the rules so the game doesn't need to be played.